Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Long last I am going to show you and tell you about my picks from the Chanel holiday collection. Really, this is a bit late in the day, I appreciate, because any day now the spring collection will be out, ridiculous as it seems. And the reason I've taken so long really is because initially I pretty much decided I wasn't going to buy from this collection, apart from maybe the nail polishes, and I wasn't even that keen on those. The reasoning really was that it's quite a counterintuitive collection for holiday season instead of the kind of golds and opulent colours we're used to. The central point was this eye palette called Architectonic, which is a very sober, cool-toned, smoky eye palette really, with a couple of silvers in, which I didn't feel was for me when I first saw it. I think this is an interesting collection, the whole direction of Chanel's makeup since Lucia Pica took over as creative director well, I think she took over last year, but we're seeing her collections this year. And the first notable one really was the Les Rouges in the fall, which was an unusual eye palette again there with all those mattes and in reds, but well within the sort of Chanel comfort zone. Again, this I think is actually, now that I have come round to it, quite a sophisticated Christmas palette. Pairing these smoky eye colours with either a nude or a red lip. I haven't bought any of the lip products. There are two lipsticks, one nude, one red, two lip glosses, one nude, one red. I think in America you got one of those kind of double-ended lip products that we don't get over here, a more orangey red. But then unusually the nails, instead of going with the red, and I'll come to this in a minute, went with these two pinks and a silver, which I didn't get because I'm not a great silver wearer on the nails, and I already have a lot of silvers, but just so you can kind of see the colour palette, I dug out a couple from my collection. Here's Intemporelle from last year, which is not that dissimilar to the silver, I forget what it's called, this year. And then there was eye gel, cream eyeliner, gel eyeliner. I don't think there was a mascara. Oh, and a blush, Hyper Fresh. I've dithered about that blush. It's a very, very pigmented, almost fluorescent pink. I didn't get it in the end because I felt it was quite difficult for me to wear. And I thought I had a kind of bright pink in my Chanel collection. I haven't. What I've been wearing with this is one from I think 2 or 3 years ago, a fairly muddy pink called Innocence. And this was actually bought in America, so it's not the baked formula that we get over here. It's, I think, the much preferable American formula. So this is a very muted pink, much more in my comfort zone than the very fluorescent Hyper Fresh. Now, I do actually, now that I've got it, quite like this palette. I haven't used it a whole ton because I'm not a great smoky eye wearer, although I have been experimenting a bit with this. But I guess you don't have to do a typical smoky eye with it. First of all, there are two silvers. So this very light, shiny, almost foiled silver. And then a darker, also shiny, but not as shiny, more grey silver. And I have actually been using these two a little bit, just brushed over the whole eye area really, and giving myself a little bit of crease with another product. There they are, swatched. They are very nice colour. They do need a base or they crease, but very, very pretty. Now I have got kind of similar ones in my Tom Ford collection. I pulled out Ice Queen, which is the kind of most similar. Well, actually, let's just look at the other colours in here because I think you can see the similarities all round. Then there's this kind of shimmery grey black. It's less smooth than the two silvers, but it does go on fairly smoothly. I haven't really found a way to make that work. Then there's quite an unusual, very soft navy blue, which is just beautiful. I wish I didn't have crepey eyes, because I think if your eye was in good condition, you can see that's pretty much matte. That would be an amazing shade for smoky eyes, but I'm really kind of reduced to using it as a bit of liner or very, very sheared out in my transition because, yeah, of the crepiness. And then a more standard matte, again, very, very smooth, dark. So there you have them. I think you can see from those swatches, they're really pretty good quality. Now, if you compare that with Ice Queen, I always keep the plastics to try and preserve my shadows a bit longer. I mean, obviously you've got the silver glitter. You've got a beautiful white. That was silly, wasn't it? I should do it next to. Quite similar to the lighter of the shades. And then a more matte white, which is far more opaque, very useful for just lightening the eye, and then much lighter than the blue in the pan, but you can see very, very similar, a bit lighter, a bit more medium, and then you've got the glitter. So if you've got Ice Queen, I do think you've probably got the most interesting of the shades from the Chanel palette, to be honest. But yeah, you know, when's that ever going to stop us? And then I've also got Titanium Smoke, which you can see you've got there two glitters. This glitter here made me think of this one down on the Chanel palette, but it's actually, I mean, much more gritty, much more gleamy, much darker, even than that dramatic Chanel shade. But you can definitely see those two palettes pretty much have everything that's in this Chanel palette. But having said that, you know, I do love the consistency of these and I am using it. So that's the kind of showpiece. And as I say, it's definitely grown on me and I'm glad to have it. I'm less sure about the nail polishes. As I say, I didn't buy the silver because I don't find it a very flattering nail colour. I'm wearing Hyper Rose at the moment, which actually I think is probably looking a bit better on screen than it does in real life. It's just a bit of a girly, easy to wear colour, but I'm not sure you would buy a quality nail varnish in a kind of myrrh colour like this. Maybe as a top coat it's going to be a bit better. It looks very pretty in the bottle, but doesn't seem to me to really go with the sophistication of the rest of the collection. This is interesting. This is Pink Rubber, which has a completely, it's called a velvet matte texture when it dries. It also dries very, very quickly. It does show the ridges a bit. You definitely need 2, if not 3 coats. And I haven't got a velvet top coat, so at the moment I haven't been able to wear it with a top coat because it spoils the matte finish, which is actually quite nice on this. Makes this kind of baby ballerina pink, which wouldn't normally be my choice, look a lot more wearable. I am wearing it in one of my recent videos. I'll try and work out which one it is and put a link if you're interested in seeing it on my fingers. I do like this, and I must get a velvet top coat so I can wear a top coat and it lasts a bit longer. The other product that surprisingly I like a lot, and this may be really just because I haven't used a gel eyeliner for a long time. I'm not sure it's a fantastic gel eyeliner. It's Calligraphy de Chanel Longwear Intense Cream Eyeliner in Hyper Black. And I have steered clear of gel eyeliners because I just you know, with my shaky hands and poor eyesight wearing contact lenses, it's always a challenge to know whether to put the lenses in before or after I apply my eye makeup. If I put it in before, I have difficulties seeing close up. But if I put in afterwards, I kind of smudge the makeup. So it's Hobson's choice. But I actually find this quite easy to apply with the little brush that comes with it. There you go, just a, you know, standard creamy black liner. I will say I don't think it lasts brilliantly. It does kind of bleed and smudge on me after about 4 to 5 hours. So it will just about do an evening out, but no more than that. As I say, I need to experiment a bit perhaps with powdering it to make it last longer. But I feel that would spoil the really shiny blackness of it, which I quite like. And I think that may be part of the reason I'm loving this so much, because I don't usually wear black mascara or eyeliner. I go for browns and other more subtle colours. Sorry, that's the phone going off left, right and centre. So I'm reticent to recommend this to you as a fantastic gel eyeliner, because I haven't, to be honest, got enough experience of them to compare it with others, but I am enjoying using it, definitely. So kind of qualified yes for these products. The palette is still available, certainly in the pop-up stores, although I know it's sold out in some department stores and certainly online. Although, as I say, if you have got Ice Queen from Tom Ford, and particularly if you've got Ice Queen and Titanium Smoke, the colours you get there pretty much replicate anything you're getting here. I do think this pink rubber is interesting, and I actually quite like it on my nails. If you've got similar colouring to me, it is one of the few quite flattering baby pinks on the nails, but not the greatest last without a top coat. So those are my thoughts on the Chanel holiday collection. It's an interesting one. Let me know if you've got anything and what you thought of it. And I will be speaking to you again very soon. Bye for now.